All right, viola players, let's see if we can get started today. Remember that when you finish playing, you always loosen your bow. So when you first start to play, make sure you tighten your bow. Don't ever go too tight. If you have a stiff stick, the thing that you're looking at is when you play, just regular playing, does the hair touch the stick of the bow? If it does, just tighten it a little bit more. If it doesn't, you can get away with a little bit less. I find that I have better control on the bow if I have not as tense of a stick. My stick isn't under a huge amount of tension. You never want to tighten it to the point where you lose the curve in your bow, so be careful about that. Then we've worked a lot in the last few weeks on position, so make sure you've got your position set up. Here's in the way a little bit today, and that you can hold it in a neutral with your face facing the music. The instrument is relaxed where your arm would come up naturally. And today, let's make sure we're in tune. Let's see what our A sounds like. That's good. And then I have an E, but don't. I'm just going to make sure it's in tune just in case it throws everything else off. So we're in tune, and we get to go on to page 8. Yes, you guessed it. You did open to first finger. Now we're going to do open 1 to actually second finger or high second finger. So this was extrapolated from the cello book. So open 1, 3 is not correct. It's actually open 1, 2. So you're going to go open A. And that second finger, which we learned a little bit when we did third finger, is just tucked right up under. If you don't have tapes, take it somewhere, or have a friend who plays an instrument already, plays a string instrument, a bowed string instrument, put tapes on it for you so that you know where that second finger should go. Make sure your arm comes up, your wrist is relaxed, your thumb is not laying down, but at attention. And then remember your bow hold. All of those things are things that you'll do now. Every time that you get your instrument out, you're going to go ahead and put all of those together. And then let's look at open 1, 3, and we're going to go open first finger to second finger, quarter, quarter, half, quarter, quarter, half, quarter, quarter, half, quarter, quarter, half. So it's the same up as it is down. Then you have a whole measure rest here. That black rectangle that's underneath the line there is a whole 4 counts of silence. So in that 4 counts of silence, I want you to kind of readjust, make sure everything's set, and roll your bow down to the D string. And then we're going to go D, E, F sharp. So the hashtag in front of the note that's up from the B, so A, B, that note right there is a C sharp. And C sharp is high second finger. We're learning high second finger first, and then you'll learn low second finger as you go on in to book 2. Has the low second finger, but high second finger tucked right up under third finger, or it's on a second finger tape, and that's called C sharp. And it's important that you say C sharp when you're reading these so that you get a visual for what C sharp sounds like, where it is on your instrument, and how long it will be. Also, the same kind of counting stuff. And then if we go down here to D, we know this is D, then E, which we learned on the previous page. Then we have second finger F sharp, which is also high second finger F sharp. And then it repeats those for 4 measures. And then you have a measure of rest to readjust. Take a deep breath, make sure everything's relaxed. Then we go to the G string. Now we have G, then we learned that after G you go to A, and then we have a B with no sharp sign in front of it or a flat sign, either one. There's, in music, and we'll learn this a couple of pages down, there's 2 places where there are natural half steps. And from B to the next note, C, there's a natural half step there. So you don't, and there's a natural whole step between A and B. Whereas from E to F natural is actually from E to F. Regular F is a half step. So we need a whole step here between 1 and 2 because we're doing a whole step here. So we have open 1, high second finger, which is B, A, G, A, B. Then you repeat those with a long measure of adjustment. Then C, D, think this A, B, C, D, and if you go up 1 note from D, it becomes A, B, C, D, E. I'm hoping that you're saying these in your head so that you are actually the teacher before me. So C, D, E. And then you repeat those quarter, quarter, half, going up and then coming back down. So this exercise is not a difficult exercise for, and it's a pattern exercise, but the work that you do is staring at the music, saying the notes out loud. The repetitive nature of this will help get it in your long-term memory, so make sure you're doing the repetitive notes. So let's start on the A. And bow's tight, you've tuned, or at least made sure that you're close to this. If I would wait to tune until you have some ear training a little bit, but or if you have a friend that plays an instrument, have them help you if they know how to tune. It's a skill, just like everything else. So you're gonna get this a little bit more comfortable. Make sure you have a shoulder rest. It's super important. Okay, so A, B, C sharp. Set the bow on the string, take a deep breath, relax everything, make sure you've got it held in your chin and your shoulder. Then we are going to go A, B, and C sharp. Say the notes out loud, C sharp, B, A, B, A. And if you sing the pitch, that sometimes helps, it gets in your head too. Measure of rest to make sure everything's good. Check your bow hold, check your position, get down to the D string, and then we're going to go D, E, F sharp. And so on, and then drop measure of rest to relax everything. Then you're going to go G, A, and try not to tick the other strings. G, A, B natural, and you can just say B, G, A, B, and then we're going to go down to the C string, to C, D, E, C. So that's your exercise on Open 1-3. Make sure you're doing the 3 activities. Saying the note out loud, looking at your music, playing the correct rhythm, and relaxing everything with your bow, getting and clear tone, obviously. Try not to take other strings and things like that. Make sure it's in your long-term memory, because after this, then the rest of the book is, or the rest of the next 3 or 4 songs are based upon open 1-3, or open 1 high second finger. And then let's look really quickly at mixing melodies. Mixing melodies is the test for this particular set of notes. So you're going to look at these notes. They're all notes that you've learned over here. And these have the melodies for the next 3 pages that we're going to do. So we have F sharp, E, D, F sharp, E, D, 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 E, F sharp, E, oh my goodness, F sharp, E, and anyway, you get the idea. This is a test for you to make sure you have the top part of page 8 down. And the next video will be our done and dusted for page 8. Spend some good time on this, get it in your long-term memory, and you'll have it. And have a great week.